We are biological organisms that conquered Earth not through physical strength, but through the quiet evolution of our minds. Today, humanity exists without any natural rivals. We have reshaped ecosystems, altered the atmosphere, and built civilizations that span the globe. Yet, we are now on the verge of transition that could fundamentally challenge this dominance. In our laboratories and data centers, we are attempting to build something entirely unprecedented. Our final invention, whether we call it a tool, a weapon, or a new kind of entity, artificial superintelligence has moved from the realm of science fiction into the focus of serious scientific inquiry. To grasp what this means, we must trace how intelligence first arose from primordial soup and see how our own cognitive monopoly is about to end. At its core, intelligence is simply the ability to gather information, analyze patterns, solve problems, and adapt to changing environments. In nature, this ability is a double-edged sword. While cognitive traits offer an advantage, biological brains require a staggering amount of energy to develop and maintain. For most organisms throughout Earth's history, complex brains were too costly to justify. During the Cambrian explosion 500 million years ago, early creatures like flatworms developed the first rudimentary clusters of neurons. For hundreds of millions of years that followed, most species survived with highly specialized, narrow neural systems. These creatures were optimized for specific environments and immediate physical needs, showing us that survival in nature rarely demands deep reasoning, but rather simple, efficient, and direct reactions to immediate threats.
Eventually, a profound shift occurred within a specific lineage. Around 7 million years ago, early hominins emerged, and their brain sizes began expanding at an unusual rate compared to other primates. The precise evolutionary drivers of this sudden expansion remain a subject of intense scientific debate. This process marked a shift from narrow intelligence to general intelligence. Instead of possessing a brain hardwired for a single task, our ancestors developed a cognitive multi-tool. 2 million years ago, Homo erectus began transforming the world rather than just reacting to it. They mastered fire, designed complex hand axes, and passed down cultural practices. This general-purpose cognition allowed them to apply lessons learned in one domain to solve entirely different problems, creating a flexible mental framework that would alter the planet's history forever. About 250,000 years ago, modern humans emerged with highly complex brains capable of abstract thought, language, and large-scale cooperation. This development changed how information was preserved. Instead of relying solely on genetic evolution, we began accumulating collective knowledge across generations. Progress started slowly, but it grew exponentially. We developed agriculture, invented written language, built mathematical frameworks, and laid the foundations of modern science. Only 2 centuries ago, the scientific revolution took hold, leading to rapid industrialization. Just over 3 decades ago, we connected the world via the internet. Today, we live in a highly manufactured landscape built to meet our specific desires. Yet, we often forget how difficult this climb was, and how quickly we are now engineering machines designed to execute the very mental tasks that made us dominant.
In the mid-20th century, early artificial intelligence was simply a set of rigid, human-authored rules. These early systems, like the conversational program ELIZA in 1964 or molecular analyzer Dendril in 1965, were the functional equivalents of digital flatworms. They possessed narrow intelligence, built for isolated tasks. When progress stalled, researchers experienced long periods of disinvestment known as AI winters. However, between 1950 and 2000, computer hardware became billions of times faster. In 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeated the world chess champion, demonstrating that machines could master specific, highly structured games. But the real shift occurred when we stopped manually writing the code for these programs. Instead, we created artificial neural networks that learn by processing vast data sets, creating highly capable, complex black boxes whose internal reasoning remains difficult for human engineers to fully comprehend. These self-learning systems progressed rapidly. In 2016, an AI defeated the world's top player at Go, a game with more possible moves than atoms in the observable universe. Soon after, the development of the transformer architecture allowed models to process language at an unprecedented scale. By training on vast portions of the internet, programs like ChatGPT demonstrated an unexpected breadth of capability. Rather than mastering only a single game, these models can write software, translate languages, analyze data, and generate creative work in seconds. They are transforming industries from finance and healthcare to education and software engineering. While these programs do not possess conscious understanding, their ability to navigate diverse human tasks simultaneously represents a significant departure from the narrow tools of the past, challenging our assumptions about the uniqueness of our own communication skills.
This brings us to the next threshold, artificial general intelligence, or AGI. Unlike the narrow systems of today, an AGI would possess the flexible cognitive capabilities of a human, allowing it to learn, reason, and apply knowledge across any intellectual domain. While we do not yet know the exact architecture required to build AGI, many computer scientists expect its development within this century, and potentially much sooner. The realization of AGI would disrupt our social, economic, and moral structures, as we would no longer be the only entities capable of general problem solving. An AGI would not have the biological constraints that limit human minds, meaning it could process information at speeds and scales that are difficult to fully appreciate, forever changing our relationship with technology and our place in the world. The true impact of AGI lies in its potential for scale. While there are roughly 8 million scientific researchers in the world today, software can be copied and run in parallel as long as there is sufficient computing infrastructure. Imagine duplicating a highly capable digital researcher 1 million times, with each instance working continuously without fatigue or distraction. Such a collective cognitive force could rapidly accelerate progress, helping us address fundamental questions in physics, design new energy sources, and develop targeted medical therapies. However, this same capability is not without risk. The same systems could be used to optimize autonomous weapons systems, generate highly targeted, automated propaganda, or design dangerous biological agents. The concentration of such vast cognitive power poses serious challenges for global stability, governance, and the preservation of human agency.
Beyond AGI lies the concept of the intelligence explosion. Humans are bound by biological evolution, which takes hundreds of thousands of years to make minor structural adjustments to our brains. An AGI, however, is software running on silicon. Once an artificial intelligence reaches a level where it can understand and modify its own source code, it can initiate a rapid, recursive feedback loop. By improving its own algorithms, it will become more effective at AI research, allowing it to make even faster, more sophisticated updates to its system. This runaway process could transition an AGI to an artificial superintelligence in a matter of months, days, or even hours. The resulting entity would possess cognitive capabilities that dwarf the entire collective intellect of humanity, operating at a level of complexity that we might be fundamentally unable to comprehend. As the world's most well-resourced corporations and nations continue their rapid race toward ever more powerful models, we face profound questions about alignment, control, and our shared future. A superintelligent entity could help secure our long-term survival, or it could pursue objectives that do not align with human well-being, leaving us with very few options to intervene. We are currently moving toward this unpredictable horizon at an accelerating pace, with no clear consensus on how to navigate the transition safely. The window of opportunity to understand these systems is open today, yet we continue to push forward into the unknown, perhaps preparing to surrender our position as the primary thinkers on this planet. In this desperate chase, we might soon construct a mirror that reflects our own limits, reminding us that